Greetings, everyone, all my friends everywhere, from Canada, the United Kingdom, down to Panama, Jamaica, everywhere, in Italy, everywhere. Greetings, and thank you so very much for sending me good, positive vibrations. I'm not well, but I'm doing okay, as you can see. Well, as you can also tell, it is now late 2023. It is now autumn 2023. And as you might guess, my outdoor friends, the bees and the butterflies, are getting scarce. So now I'll be here in the kitchen doing a lot of cooking videos. Most of them will be pretty horrible, but I hope that some of them will be good enough for you to share with your friends. Once again, thank you so very much for sending me really great healing and positive vibrations. I appreciate that. The soundtrack was pretty bad, wasn't it? But I thought it was better for me to make a small video to show who I am than to not do so. What do you think? Today's video is in the making of Egg Foo Young, Microdac style. And of course, everyone's taste is a little different, and you're going to find that you will not want to follow my recipe to the letter. But if you do, good luck. So let's get started. Living alone has its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages. Because you don't feel like cooking, so you stop at the store and you buy chicken that's already cooked. But after you've had your fill, you almost always have this big chunk of chicken. What do you do with that? I use it to make Egg Foo Young, Microdac style. The beautiful thing about making Egg Foo Young, Microdac style, is that you can use any meat you wish. That's right, I'm using the leftover chicken that I showed you earlier, but then you could have used anything you wish. In making my Egg Foo Young, my first ingredient was scallion. Now I must tell you, you really can't use too much of this. In my case, of course, I use the scallion, otherwise known as green onions, and as I said, you really can't use too much of it, or rather, I can't use too much of it, because I love the flavor of green onions. So, my first two ingredients are green onions and leftover chicken. So, what do you have in your refrigerator that you could have used to make Egg Foo Young, Microdac style? My next ingredient is flour, a heaping tablespoonful of flour. And to that, I added a pinch of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. To be honest with you, this is a judgment call, really, because you need just enough to cover the ingredients, which are the scallion, and of course, and the leftover chicken. But you don't want to use too much flour because it's the egg that's important. I then used 2 eggs, but to be honest with you, perhaps I should have used 3. Nonetheless, it did turn out delicious enough for me to have it for lunch. I really don't want to get too much into the use of MSG. I happen to like the flavor enhancer, so I used it, but you don't have to do that. To me, the old-fashioned salt and pepper is always good. So, it's a judgment call on your part. I would suggest, though, that for your own edification, do your research on MSG and then decide how you feel about it. To me, it's sort of like the use of coconut oil. A lot of people are against coconut oil, and they rather use canola oil. My personal preference happens to be coconut oil. But again, do your own research and then you decide. 2 eggs, but perhaps I should have used 3. As for coconut oil, you can drink coconut oil and it will not hurt you. As a matter of fact, you may want to read up on the health benefits of coconut oil. Anyway, on we go. To the eggs, you will want to add your salt and pepper and whatever ingredients that you would like to enjoy. Then, of course, you'll want to beat your eggs well. A lady once told me that she loved to watch my cooking videos because she doesn't feel guilty about not following the recipe to the letter. I think cooking ought to be fun. You're going to win some and you're going to lose some. But I think in the process, you'll learn something. And you will begin to make your cooking videos, or rather your recipes, exactly the way that you like it. Don't you agree? Cooking ought to be personal. Anyway, to your mixture, you will want to add your egg mixture to your scallion and your leftover meat, whatever meat that may be. Your next evolution will be to add your batter to oil that's already hot, because it was on medium heat. You don't want to be too hot so it'll burn the bottom and the rest isn't cooked. So, there you have it. You'll want to keep an eye on our Egg Foo Young. And you want to flip them often, making sure that they're thoroughly cooked. Okay? And it's really a judgment call here. You'll know when they're brown enough. You will no doubt have made enough of a batter so that you have 5 or maybe even 6 little Egg Foo Youngs to snack on. It's fun. And that's the attitude that you ought to have in making these things. Make it a fun project. Oh my God. To me, the last one you make is always the best one, because you're scraping everything out and you're flipping it in, and it's usually the biggest one too, because you're getting sort of tired of cooking about now, and you're just flipping it over, making sure it is cooked all the way through. I hope you have had some fun doing this. I can only tell you that oops, that was the phone, wasn't it? I can only tell you that mine turned out pretty good. All I had to do then was to add a little bit more salt to mine, and of course I happen to like sweet and sour sauce, so I eat my Egg Foo Young with sweet and sour sauce. How you like yours, of course, is entirely. You know something? The next time I'm going to have to try it with pick-a pepper sauce. I bet it will be delicious with pick-a pepper sauce. Do you know what pick-a pepper sauce is? Well, it's a Jamaican version of Worcestershire sauce, except the Jamaican version is a lot thicker and more flavorful, in my opinion. Thank you so very much for watching my cooking video. If you like it, let me know, and I'll be making a lot more of them as time goes by. Again, thank you very much, and bon appetit. If you scan the barcode, it'll take you directly to my website where I sell photo products, especially nature-oriented canvases. Even if you don't buy my products, please do me a favor and look at my website. Thank you so very much.